I'm going to start in our standing position, our mountain pose. So our feet are hip width apart. Our knees are nice and bendy, core is engaged, shoulders away from your ears, nice and strong. Set up a good foundation in your feet, nice and tall. We're just going to start off breathing to settle in, get ready for practice today. We're working on our solar plexus chakra. It's located right here. This is our chakra in which focuses on our confidence, our self-control. It gives us the power to do whatever we want to do or whatever we desire. So if that's unbalanced, you might feel like insecure, or feel like you can't do anything or everything that you want to do. You might have low self-esteem. But we're going to work on all that today. We're going to make it happen, Captain. So we're standing strong, we're breathing. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Settle on in. Feel your feet grounded into the earth. Get your mind on building your confidence, your can-do, your willpower, your self-control. Just breathe. So let's go ahead and inhale your arms up above your head. Bring your palms together. As you come down, I want you to repeat after me. You don't have to say it out loud, or you can if you want to. But tell yourself, I am strong. And as you're saying this, you're going to bring your hands down, slowly down to your heart. I am strong. I am worthy of love, respect, and kindness. I am manifesting easily and gracefully. I am capable of doing everything that I desire. I am the embodiment of confidence and peace. And as your palms come to your heart center, you're going to leave the bottoms of your palms together, and your thumbs and your pinkies are going to stay together. But the three fingers in the middle are going to come apart, so you can form a flower. This is the lotus mudra. It's the mudra of love and abundance. So suck in all that self-love, because you deserve it. Go ahead and take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. You can let your hands go. I'd like you to visualize the solar plexus chakra circulating right up in this area. It's a yellow ball, and it's glowing like the sun. The sun gives us the energy we need to survive. And I personally believe, you don't have to, that the sun and all the other elements of the earth and the universe live within us. It just so happens that the sun is right here in our solar plexus. So get that power, get that strength, because you're worthy. Let's go ahead and take another deep breath. Inhale and exhale. We're going to start to warm up our bodies now. We're still in mountain pose. Let's go ahead and warm up our necks. So go ahead and point your chin up to where the ceiling and wall meet. Exhale, bring your chin down to your chest. Shoulders are away from your ears. Inhale, your chin up. Exhale, chin down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale your chin back up and your face back up to center. Go ahead and take a look over to the right side of the room. And really stretch it out on the left side of your neck. Go ahead and look in the center and to the left. And breathe back to center, to the right, back to center, to the left. And breathe, come on back to center. Let's go ahead and do some shoulder rolls. If you want to bring your hands to your shoulders, you can do so. If you feel like it, you can bring your arms all the way out, do some shoulder rolls. You have options here, whatever you want to do, whatever feels good. Do what feels good for your body in this practice. If I'm doing something that you don't want to do, you don't do it. You can take a break. You can sit down. You can go get a drink of water or a snack if you want, whatever you feel like. We're going backwards with our arms now. If you're down here, you're going backwards with your shoulders. Do what you want. And breathe though. All right, once your shoulders feel nice and good, we're gonna start to move our hips. Go ahead and put some circular motions in your hips. We're gonna lubricate our hip joints. Make sure you're breathing. Let's go ahead in the opposite direction. Breathe. Okay, your hips are nice and lubricated. Let's go ahead and come on down to the knees. Hands on your knees. Do circular motions with your knees. Make sure you breathe. Just come on back up and let's do the ankles. Lubricate your ankle joints. Move the opposite direction. Let's go ahead and the other side. Satisfy this hunger. Opposite direction. Forward creatures of the wind and the wild is the way. Let's come back into mountain pose. You're going to inhale your arms up above your head. Bring your palms together and tilt over to the left side of the room. Make sure your knees are not locked. Breathe. Inhale, come on back up to center. Exhale to the right. And breathe. All right, inhale, come on back up to center. Let's do a slight back bend. I'm gonna turn so you can see what I'm doing. We're in mountain pose, our palms are still up in the air. We're gonna do a slight back bend in the back, just a little bit. Breathe. Let's take a deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, come back forward, bend at the hips. Your arms are sweeping down, bend your knees. The goal is to get your torso to your thighs. We're coming into forward fold. Your head hangs, your shoulders are hanging, your arms are hanging. You can sway side to side if you want to. You can grab your elbows if you'd like. We're taking care of our backs, especially our lower backs here. We're also taking care of our brains. Forward fold is a calming pose. You can dump all the stuff that doesn't matter, all the things that don't matter, dump it out. Just let it go. And breathe. Once you're done dumping, we're gonna come into downward dog from here. So make sure your knees are nice and bendy if you need to. We're gonna bring our hands down to the mat. Make sure you bend your knees as much as you need. And we're gonna walk our hands forward. And if your knees are bent and you're able to, you can step back into downward dog, extend your legs. If you keep your knees bent, that's cool too. Work with your body. Breathe. And breathe. Let's go ahead and lift up our right leg into the air. Bend at the knee. And bring your right foot through your hands. I'm going to work with low lunge here. You're able to push your knee on the mat if you need to. The goal is to feel a stretch in your hips. Now, if you'd like, and your knee's not on the mat, you can begin to lift up. Gain your balance, come up on your fingertips. Slowly move into low lunge. If you're still down here, that's cool too. Do what you got to do for your body. Listen and breathe. If you want to do something with your hands, you can bring your hands up. Breathe. Let's go ahead and exhale, bend at the hips. Come on back down to the mat. Bring your right foot back to meet your left, and we're back into downward dog. Let's go ahead and walk the dog here. That means lift your heels one at a time up off the mat. Walk the dog. Breathe. All right, let's come back. We're gonna lift up our left legs up in the air. Bend at the knee. Bring your left foot between your hands. Remember, listen to your body. If you need to put your knee down in the back, put your knee down in the back. Breathe. We're gonna slowly progress like we did on the opposite side. So if you'd like, you can come up on your fingertips. Slowly come up. Listen to your body. Breathe. If you'd like, you could bring your hands up. And breathe. Let's go ahead and exhale, bend at the hips, bring your hands back down to the mat. We're gonna come into a plank. Hands come down. Straight line with your body. If you want to, you can bend your knees. It's all good. Listen to yourself. Breathe. We're gonna slowly lower our bodies down to the mat. For chaturanga, we're gonna bring our elbows in as close as possible. Slowly come down to the mat. Tops of the feet meet the mat. Your chin is on the mat. And you have options here for cobra. You can either do regular cobra, where you just lift your chest and your chin up off the mat and keep your elbows bent in the air. Or you can do Sphinx. That's where you bring your elbows to the mat and you lift your chest and your chin. Whatever you prefer to do. It's up to you as long as you breathe and you listen to your body. If you want to come into full cobra, you can lift up your full torso and straighten out your arms. Do what feels good. Breathe. Come on back down. Make sure your elbows are close to your bodies. Woohoo. Let's bring the toes back to the mat. And let's push up. Oh, yay, push-ups. You can leave your knees on the mat if you want to. Or if you're feeling frisky, you can just do a full push-up if you're gangster like that. I mean, I don't know. Just go ahead and do a full push-up. And come on back into downward dog. Breathe. All right, let's come back into plank. Keep your knees on the mat if you need to. Do what you gotta do. Breathe. Whew, girl. All right, let's go ahead and bend the knees. Come into tabletop. So you wanna make sure your wrists are beneath your shoulders, your knees are beneath your hips. Take care of your wrist. If you have wrist issues, you can roll up the mat, come on your fingertips, do the fist. Take care of your knees, put a pillow under your knees, do what you need to do. We're in tabletop, let's do cat-cow. So let's go ahead and poke your bellies down, lift your hips up, lift your chin up, come into cow. On your exhale, you're gonna tuck your hips in, roll your shoulders, take a look at your belly, your chin comes to your chest. This is cat. Inhale, cow, poke your belly down, lift your hips up, chin comes up. Exhale, cat, tuck your hips, look at your belly, chin to chest. Cow. Cat. Now let's come back to tabletop. Let's do balancing table. So balancing table is where you extend your right hand out. If you want to stay here, you can stay here. If you're feeling frisky, extend your left leg. And now you're in a balancing table. If you're feeling extra frisky, we're gonna bring our elbows to our knees in the center. Breathe, exhale as you come together in the center. Inhale as you extend. We're gonna do 5 or 8, whatever you feel like doing. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Let's do 6. All right, let's come back to center. I'm gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. Go ahead and extend your left arm. Right leg comes out. Ooh, I'm kicking stuff. Right leg comes out. Let's go ahead and meet in the middle. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Whew. Inhale. All right, let's come on back now. If your arms are getting tired, you can go ahead and get out. Get a drink of water, shake them out if you need to. If you want to keep going, we'll keep going. Right now, we're just gonna wag our tails. Go ahead and wag your tails. We're little doggies. All right, when you're done wagging, we'll come into child's pose and take a rest. So if you want to, you can bring your knees further apart on the mat. Your big toes are gonna come together in the back. Your hips are gonna go down as low as possible. If you need to put a pillow here, put a pillow there. Your arms are gonna extend out. Your chin is gonna reach for the mat. If you need a block for assistance, put the block right out in front of you and come down that way. Do what feels good. Listen to your body. Breathe. If you want to give your shoulders a rest, you can bring your arms back behind you and just rest on the mat. Do it feels good. Another alternative to child's pose, if you're not feeling this one, you can just sit on your heels this way with a pillow here if you want. Do it feels right. Because ain't nobody dope as you. Breathe. All right. Coming up out of child's pose. Just go ahead and walk your hands back. If they're not behind you, we're going to walk your hands back and we're going to sit into hero. So you're sitting on your heels. Your back is nice and tall. I'm just going to sit here and breathe for a minute. Soak in this so fresh and so clean. Feel it. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. As you exhale, feel your shoulders come down. If they're all the way up here, just relax and breathe. And however you find yourself in a standing position, come on and stand up with me. Let's do some standing things. Let me adjust this real quick. So I can see my face. Okay. So I'm going to turn so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to stand in mountain pose. Your feet are hip width apart. You have a good foundation in your toes and your feet. Your knees are not locked. Your shoulders are away from your ears. Nice and tall like a mountain. So whatever you need to do to get one foot in front of the other, you can either step forward or step backward. I'm going to step forward with my right foot and bring my left foot backward just a bit. Your left foot is there to support your right. So make sure it's not in line because then you'll wobble, but bring it out just a little bit. We're gonna bend our front knee, bend your right knee. We're gonna do warrior one here. If you want to, you can stay with your hands on your hips. Or you can inhale your arms up above your head. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And breathe. The coolest mother effers on the planet. I see you, G. Ooh, ooh. Breathe. Ooh, ooh. All right, so let's shift our left foot so that our toes are facing the side of the mat. Our right knee stays bent. Our torso shifts with our left foot. We're coming to warrior two. Arms come up shoulder height. You can tilt your hip a little bit towards the back and take a look at your right hand in the front. Warrior two. Breathe. Go ahead and flip your palms up towards the sky. Shift your hip back. Bring your right hand down. Your left hand down to your left leg. Right hand comes up in the sky for reversed warrior or peaceful warrior. Breathe. Go ahead and bend your right elbow. Bring your right elbow down to your right knee. Lift up your left hand up in the sky. And you have the option to look straight or look up. Remember to do what feels good. If you want to bring your hand down to your hip, you can do that too. Breathe. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to shift our left foot back to the supportive space. Our torsos are going to follow, and so is our hand. And we're going to come down into humble warrior. So bend over your right knee. You have the option to keep your hands on your hips, or you can clasp your hands together behind your back. Extend your arms and bring your hands up above your head. That is an option. You don't have to do that. You could just stay right here if you want to. Do what feels good. And breathe. All right, let's go ahead and bring your hands to your hips if they're not already there. Slowly bring your torso back up with a flat back. Breathe. And however your feet meet, make them meet. So you can either step up or step back, whatever feels good. We're going to do the opposite side. So now we're doing the left foot. The left knee is bent. Supportive stance with the right foot in the back. Warrior one. You can lift your hands up if you like, or keep them on your hips, whatever you want to do. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears if your hands are up, and breathe. Let's go ahead and shift the right foot so that the toes are facing the other side of your mat. Your torso follows. Arms come at shoulder height for warrior two. Take a look at your left hand and breathe. Flip your palms up to face the ceiling. Bring your right hand down to your right leg. Peaceful warrior. Left hand comes up to the sky. Look at your hand if you want to. Breathe. Go ahead and bend your left elbow. Bring it down to your left knee. You can either put your hand on your hip or bring your hand up to the sky, whatever you prefer to do. You can look straight or you can look up at your hand. Breathe. Let's go ahead and shift the right foot in the supportive stance. Bring your right hand down. Your torso is going to follow. Bring your torso to your thigh in the front. Come down into humble warrior. Your hands are either on your hips or they're clasped behind your back. You can lift them up if you'd like to. Do what feels good. And breathe. People think that just sitting on top. Okay, let's go ahead and bring both hands down to the mat. We're gonna come into down dog, unfortunately. So go ahead and shift your foot in the back to face the front of your mat. And bring your left foot back to meet the right. Down dog. Remember, you can bend your knees in down dog. Do what feels good. Let's walk the dog again. Lift each heel up one at a time. And if you're feeling frisky, you can either jump up to your hands or you can walk your feet up to your hands. But either way, your hands and your feet should meet in the middle. Knees bent so that your torsos are meeting your thighs. We're going to come down into forward fold. Let everything hang. Sway side to side if you want to. Elbows, grab your elbows if you want. Breathe. Just sitting on top. All right, let's bring your hands to your shins or your knees, whatever feels good. We're gonna slowly come up halfway so that the blood comes back to where it's supposed to go. And breathe. Let's go ahead with a flat back, come up. Nice and easy, nice and gentle. Let everything roll out. Woo, yay, good job, y'all. Y'all want to try some balancing things? Yeah, let's do balancing stuff. Okay. So we're standing in mountain pose. We're going to do tree pose. Feet are hip width apart. You have a nice foundation in those feet. Knees are nice and bendy. Core is engaged. Shoulders away from your ears. Nice and strong. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. Now I'd like you to choose a point in front of you that you can focus on. So whether it be straight ahead or down on the floor, pick somewhere to look at. That's going to be your focal point to help you keep your balance. Once that's obtained, you're going to shift your weight over to your right leg. Make sure you're nice and bendy in that leg. You can either keep your foot here on the mat. So you're going to turn your knee and your foot to face the side of the mat. You can stay here if you want to. Hands on your hips, do whatever you want with your hands. Or if you're feeling froggy, you can bring your foot below your knee. Make sure you keep focus on your focal point. Or you can bring your foot up above your knee. Do what feels good. And do whatever you wish with your arms. You could be here. You can be here. You can be here. I'm just giving you options. Do what feels good. Breathe. Uh-oh, I'm too busy trying to dance. Okay. If you're ready to fall out, you can go ahead and fall out. If you want to keep it, you can keep it. Just go ahead and shake it, shake it, shake it if you need to. So we're going to shift our weight over to the opposite leg now. Make sure you maintain your focal point. If you're down here on the opposite side, do it on this side too. If you're here, if you were here on the opposite side, come here. Or if you were all the way up here, come all the way up there. Do what you want with your arms and breathe. Focus. Remember your focal point. Breathe. Ooh, look at y'all trees. Oh, the trees. What? It's raining outside, y'all. All right, when you're ready to fall out, you can fall out. Go ahead and shake it out if you need to. So let's do eagle. I'm gonna try to do some eagle crunches with you guys. We'll see. So we're back in mountain pose. Knees are nice and bendy. Shift your weight over to the right side. The modified eagle version is to bring your hips together, cross your legs. You can keep your foot on the mat if you want to. And bring your elbows and palms together. This is modified eagle. If you want to come into full eagle, you'll wrap your foot around your calf. Remember, you need a focal point there as well. Your right elbow goes into your left. Your arms wrap around each other. And you're lifting your elbows up. This is full eagle. If you want to do this with your arms, with your legs that way, you can do that. There are lots of options with eagle. Do what feels good. And breathe. Now, if you're feeling frisky, we can do some crunches here. So your goal is to crunch at your torso. Breathe. Remember your focal point. Inhale, come on back up. Exhale, come on down if you're doing it. Inhale, come on back up. And do one more, exhale. Inhale, come on up. And release. Shake it out. Good job, y'all. So let's come on back into mountain pose. We're gonna do the opposite side. Remember, you have options here. You can stay in modified, you can do the full and crunch, whatever you wanna do. But whatever you did on the opposite side, you gotta do it on the other. So go ahead and shift your weight over to the left. Make sure that knee is nice and bendy. Bring your right thigh to your left. You can stay here if you want. Or you can wrap it around. Don't forget your focal point in front of you to focus on. And then you can bring your left elbow into the right or your right elbow into your left. Whatever the opposite action is. Lift your elbows. If you're in full, if you're in modified, you're here. Ready to crunch? Exhale, crunch. Remember your focal point. Inhale. Come on back up. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, come on back. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, come on back. And let's go ahead and release. Shake it out. If you can shake it out to the floor if you want to. Shake it out to the floor. Ah! Just kidding. Just come on, maybe on the floor. Okay. So we're gonna sit in staff pose. You can have your knees bent here if you want to. As long as you feel a stretch in the back of your legs, it's fine. Now point your toes towards your face. Sit up nice and tall in the back. So hands are coming down. The goal is to engage your entire body in this pose. So engage your core, engage your legs. Nice and strong, nice and tall. It's a staff pose. And breathe. Let's take a deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. Let's go ahead and do a twist here. So you can release your toes. We're gonna bring our right foot. We're gonna bend our right leg. You can either bring your knee to this side or bring it to the outside of your left knee. Do what feels good for you. Still sitting up nice and tall. Inhale your arms up above your head. Exhale, twist at the torso. This hand right here is gonna come behind you for support. The other hand is either gonna hug your knee or bring your elbow to the outside of your knee. And twist. Breathe. All right, let's go ahead and inhale, both hands up above your head. Exhale, twist. Bring your hands down. We're gonna do the opposite side, so release that other leg. Bend. Your foot is either here or it's on the opposite side. Do whatever you did on the other side. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale your arms up above your head. Exhale, twist. You're either hugging and bringing your hand back here. Ooh, I almost fell, geez Louise. Or you're bringing your elbow to the outside of your knee. Do what feels right. And breathe. All right, let's go ahead and exhale, release. Torso comes back to center. Leg comes back down to the mat. Let's do boat pose. So there are versions to this we can do. Do what feels good for you. I'm gonna show you the modified versions first. So you want to sit so that your knees are bent closer to your chest. Your heels are on the mat, your toes are up to the sky. Nice and strong in the back, right? You're gonna begin to tilt back with your back. Tilt so much that you can lift your feet up off the mat. And then you're gonna grab the bottoms of your feet. This is modified boat. If you can do that, you can stay here if you want to. If you're feeling frisky, you can let go of your feet and extend your legs out a little bit. This is another modified version of boat. If you need to bring your hands back, you can do that too. Support yourself. Listen to your body. Breathe. If you're feeling super frisky and strong and stuff, you can extend your legs. I'm not feeling that strong, so I'm not going to do it. But you can extend your legs out. But I'm going to stay right here. Breathe. Woo! Breathe. All right, let's go ahead and release. Bring it back. Good job, y'all. Let's get on our backs. Whew. So we're on our backs now. Knees are bent. Let's go ahead and bring our knees to our chest. There is an option if you have a strap. You can wrap your knees around, wrap your strap around your knees and bring them in. Or you can use your hands to bring them in. Do what feels good for you. The goal is to feel something in your back. And once you've got yourself situated, you can rock side to side, give yourself a little back massage. Breathe. All right, so let's go ahead and bring the bottoms of our feet back down to the mat. Your knees are together, your feet are together. We're gonna shift our weight over to the right side of the mat. Your knees are gonna fall down to the left. Come on into cactus arms. So you bend at the elbows and bring them flat down to the ground. And whatever direction your knees are in, you're gonna look in the opposite direction. And breathe. We're gonna begin to slow down very soon. Breathe. Let's go ahead and take a look back at the center. Lift up your knees, shift your hips back to center. Everything comes back to center. We're gonna shift our hips over to the left side of the mat now. And your knees are gonna fall down to the right and you're gonna look over to the left. Breathe. They may try to erase the pain. But me, you'll spring up in my place. Believe me. Just go ahead and lift those knees back up. Your face comes back to center and so do your hips. Let's go ahead and extend our left leg out. Keep your right knee bent. We're gonna bring your right knee into your chest. Breathe. Let's go ahead and switch legs. So your right leg extends, your left leg comes up to your chest. Or your left knee comes to your chest. And breathe. Let's go ahead and bring both knees back up to the chest. But we're going to extend the legs up into the air. The bottoms of your feet are facing the ceiling. If you're able to, start to bring your feet to your face. Nobody's able to do that, but you know what I mean. Breathe. You should feel a stretch right up in this area, in the back thigh, hamstrings. Flex your toes toward your face and breathe. All right, let's go ahead and bend the knees if they're not already bent. bring the bottoms of your feet together and bring your feet down to your mat. There you go. Breathe. Supine butterfly. Breathe. All right, let's go ahead and bring our knees back together. Bottoms of your feet meet the mat. Let's go ahead and come into bridge pose. So your knees are bent, the bottoms of your feet are on the mat. Everything else is on the mat as well. You could do either modified bridge or full bridge. Modified bridge is where you lay your hands, palms down on the mat. And you lift up your hips as much as your body allows. This is modified bridge. If you want to do full bridge, you'll begin to lift up even more at your hips and your lower back. And you're going to begin to shift your shoulder blades together behind your back. And your hands are going to come together and clasp. Your arms are extended underneath your back. Your hips are in the air. Your shoulder blades are trying to touch. This is full bridge. You're breathing. If you're in modified, you're here. Your arms are flat down on the mat. Your shoulder blades are flat down on the mat. Do what feels right. Listen, listen, listen. And breathe. If your hands are clasped together behind your back and your shoulder blades are together, unclasp your hands, undo your shoulder blades, come into modified, lower your hips. If you're in modified, just go ahead and lower your hips. Good job. Okay, so let's go ahead and extend our right foot up into the air, extend our right leg up into the air, flex your right foot. You can either keep your left knee bent or you can extend your left leg. Try to bring your foot to your face. If you need a strap for assistance, you're going to wrap your strap around your right foot and try to bring it to your face. Do it feels good. Or if you don't have a strap, you can grab your shin and bring it to your face. You can have a micro bend in your leg. Do what feels good and breathe. Okay, let's go ahead and switch. So your right foot comes down, left foot comes up. If you're using a strap, wrap the strap around your foot, extend your left leg, or you can grab your shin and try to bring your foot to your face. Make sure you flex your left foot. Your right leg is either extended or it's bent at the knee. Do it feels good. Bring your left foot to your face and breathe. All right, let's go ahead and release the left foot. We're gonna bring both knees back up and bring them back to our chest. I'm gonna wrap your arms or your strap around, just like last time, but this time we're gonna lift up our heads up off the ground and come into a little ball. So lift your heads and your neck to meet your knees as much as possible and breathe. We're activating our solar plexus here, bringing heat, warmth, fire to that little ball, that little yellow ball in there. And breathe. Go ahead and lower your head back down to the mat. Release your knees. Bring your arms down to the mat. Extend your legs out. Point your toes towards the opposite side of the room. Inhale your arms up above your head. Bring them up above your head. Down to the floor. Extend your full body. Point your fingers to the opposite side. You're trying to stretch like Stretch Armstrong. Stretch as much as your body allows. And breathe. Breathe. So we're going to begin to point our feet and shift our legs over to the left side of the mat while maintaining this full stretch. We're going to shift our arms in the same direction as our legs. So we're creating like a crescent moon with our bodies. Elongating on the right side and breathing. And let's go ahead and come back to center. Inhale, take a deep breath, inhale. Exhale, go ahead and make a crescent moon on the right side. So your feet and your legs are shifting to the right. Your arms are shifting to the right and you're curving, elongating on the left side. Breathe. All right, let's go ahead and come back to center. Stretch one more time, full body stretch. Let's take a deep breath, inhale here. Exhale, as you exhale, you're gonna bring your arms down to the mat. Your feet are gonna flail. You're gonna come into your most relaxed lying position, whether it be like a corpse. You can have your knees bent. Do what feels good. We're relaxing now. We're not moving our bodies anymore. So we're just going to listen to our minds, our bodies, the music, whatever's happening around us. We're acknowledging and noticing, but not trying to change anything. Just accepting. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Inhale. And exhale out of your mouth. As you exhale, feel your body go deep into the ground. And breathe. Let's do a body scan. Let's start at the top of our heads. Take notice of how you feel up there. See what's going on. You're still breathing. Come on down to your shoulders. See how they feel. Notice. Go down the length of your arms, down to your fingertips. See what's going on there. Breathe. Come down to your chest, your abdomen. Notice anything, any sensations, any tension. And breathe. Move down to your hips. Down your thighs. Your knees. Breathe. Down to your calves and your shins, your ankles. to your toes. Notice how you feel. And just breathe. Remember, you have the power to do whatever you want, whatever you desire. You have the strength. You have control. Not over everything, but you have some control over yourself and how you react and what you can do. You begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Let's take a deep breath, inhale and exhale. Begin to roll over to your right side in the fetal position. Whenever you're ready, you can meet me in easy pose or crisscross applesauce, or whatever seated position feels good for you. Support yourself in coming up. Use your hands. Let's go ahead. Inhale your arms up above your head. Palms come together at the center. Exhale, bring those thumbs down to your forehead. Thumbs down to your chest, nice and easy. Going to bow to you. The light in me sees